Hi, little bears. Let's read a story today. Today's story is On the Town, a Community Adventure by Judith Caseley. Charlie's class was studying community. A community, said the teacher, is a group of people who live or work in the same area or who have something in common with each other. She gave each of the children a black speckled notebook. Visit the people and places in your community. Take your notebooks and explore. Homework? Asked Mama when school was over. Yes, said Charlie. What is my community? Let's take a walk and find out, said Mama. Charlie's teacher left the building and waved goodbye. Teacher, said Charlie. Should I write her name down? Absolutely, said Mama. Your teacher is a big part of your community. Charlie wrote teacher, then he wrote school and drew pictures of some of his other teachers. Mama and Charlie walked through the park. The garbage collectors were emptying trash cans. A sign on one trash can said, "Keep your park clean." Charlie picked up a soda bottle and threw it in a trash can that said, "Recycle." Then he wrote the word garbage, and Mama spelled collector for him, and Charlie copied the word recycle. On the way into town, Charlie tripped over something. It was someone's lost wallet, and Charlie showed it to Mama. Maybe we should take it to the police station, he said. Good idea, Mama told him, and then walked to the police station, where they met Joe, the police officer, and gave the wallet to him. You're a good part of my community, said Charlie. So are you, said Joe. Charlie wrote police station. Then he wrote Joe and drew a star next to his name. You need a haircut, Mama told Charlie, as they left the police station. Barber shop, said Charlie. So smart, said Mama. Charlie wrote barber shop. Then George cut his hair, and Charlie wrote George and drew a pair of scissors. Very handsome, said Mama. Now I need to buy stamps. Post office, cried Charlie. My genius, said Mama. Charlie wrote post office, while a lady behind the counter, whose name was Evelyn, sold Mama the kind of stamps that didn't need licking. Charlie wrote Evelyn and drew his own special stamp. Did you ever thank Grandma for the toy she sent you? Mama asked. We'll buy a card for Grandma at the pharmacy, said Charlie, writing pharmacy. It's not a farm, said Mama. Change the F to PH. Then they picked up a thank you card, and Charlie waved to the man who was behind the pharmacy counter. Charlie wrote his name and spelled pharmacy correctly. I'm running out of money, Mama said to Charlie. Bank, said Charlie. Bingo, said Mama. Charlie read the badge on the bank teller blouse. Her name was Miss Chung, and she gave Mama money while Charlie wrote her name with a long line of dollar signs. All this hard work is making me hungry, said Charlie. Really, said Mama. And where should we go? To Harry's luncheonette, Charlie told her. Write it down, said Mama. Then Charlie had chocolate milk, and Mama had coffee, and Charlie drew a picture of Juanita, the waitress. Mama pulled a book out of her pocketbook. Have you finished reading this? She asked Charlie. Yes, library, Charlie shouted. You're a whiz, said Mama. They walked down the street past the fire station. Uncle Carrie was polishing the fire engine. Charlie wrote fire station. He drew a fire and bows and wrote Uncle Carrie with 5 hearts and 5 stars for his favorite uncle. Uncle Carrie put a fire hat on Charlie's head and carried him around on his shoulders. They left the firehouse and went to the library, where they checked out some books. Charlie wrote librarian's name and drew a picture of her. "It's time to meet Papa on the train," said Mama. "Train station," said Charlie. "What a brain," said Mama. Papa stepped off the train and waved goodbye to the conductor. Charlie hugged Papa. Mama kissed Papa. Charlie showed Papa his community book. Then he wrote train station and train conductor, and they headed down Main Street. "Some flowers would be nice," said Mama sweetly. "Flower shop," said Charlie. "Isn't he smart?" said Mama. Papa agreed, and Charlie drew a picture in his notebook of the florist holding a bouquet of flowers in her hands. Papa bought Mama a bunch of red tulips and said, "Is anyone hungry?" "Pizza parlor," said Charlie. "Sounds good," said Papa. "Write it down what we ordered," Mommy told him. Lois brought them a pizza, half pepperoni and half mushroom, and they ate it all. Charlie wrote Lois next to pizza parlor, and they headed for home. Charlie played trucks with Papa. He read books with Mama. Then it was time for bed. "Mama, Papa," Charlie called for his room. "What?" said Mama. "What?" said Papa. "I forgot," said Charlie. "You forgot what?" said Papa. "Community," said Charlie. "It's all down in your notebook," Mama told him. "Not the very best part. The best part of all." "Tell us," said Mama. "We're listening," said Papa. "Home," said Charlie. "I forgot about home." "Write it down in the morning," Mama whispered to Charlie. "Now go to sleep." "Sleep tight," said Papa. "Kiss, kiss," said Mama. "Goodbye," said Charlie. The end.